Hello everybody, my name is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. This is my Q&A video where I'm answering questions from the last Q&A video. And any questions you guys have today, go down below and ask me and I'll answer them in the next Q&A video. Okay guys? Let's see. Oh, if you guys could please follow me on my Facebook and like and support me. I'd really appreciate that. Go down to my website, daviddemars.com. Check me out. Follow me. I'd really appreciate your guys' support and help. Thank you very much. Also, when you guys ask me questions, please give some kind of a location if you can. I don't care if it's a country, state, or even the hemisphere. Just kind of lets us all know where you guys are all from and to see how far narcissism reaches. Let's get started. First question is from Roxy Bolt. What's up, Roxy? From Florida. Do narcissists cheat because the person allows it or for supply? They would never do something because the other person allows it. So they don't need permission from anyone, right? Narcissists that cheat, which is most of them, they cheat. They're going to cheat no matter what, and they cheat because they like it, because they want attention, and they'll also cheat just to hurt you, just as a tool, as a weapon. Okay? Next question, Lou Baker from Germany. What's up, Lou? How long will recovery take after going no contact? Well, wouldn't we all like to know that, huh? There's no definite time. It's just going to take time. It's not necessarily, learn all this, go through all the information, and go seek counseling for a month, and then you're all better. It just takes, your brain is damaged, so it takes different people, different times for their brain to heal. There are things you can do to make it better. But I got to tell you, your brain naturally heals itself, okay? And during times like sleep is very important, so get lots of rest and sleep. Don't do things that damage your brain even more, like drugs and alcohol. Get away from all stress. That's the major thing. Stress, stress, stress. You don't just get away from the person you dated that caused the damage to your brain, because what that damage is stress. So you got to eliminate stress from all of your life, okay? So eliminate stress from your job. Take care of your bills and and things that you stress and worry about. Get rid of toxic family right now. Get rid of toxic friends. All of that, okay? And I can't give you a time. I'm sorry, I wish I could. But it takes different people, different time. But it's going to take several months. I don't care what you've been through and who it's been with. It's going to take several months, if not several years. So just think about how long it took you to get here. So it takes some time to get out of it, okay? Lindsay from United Kingdom. Who do we need the validation from the ex when we know we are never going to get it? Okay, I'm sorry. Why do we need the validation from the ex when we know we are never going to get it? Well, probably because you've been getting it. All that love bombing and all that idealizing and all that confirming for you and all the validating they gave you, and every time they hurt you, every time you're down, afterwards they pick you back up. After they hurt you, knock you all the way down and leave you, and then they come right back in and pick you up and dust you off and make you feel better. So that up and down, up and down, up and down, now all there is down, no up. That's what you probably want. But we validate ourselves, right, Lindsay? You don't need their validation. What you need to do is leave them completely alone. Don't look at what they're doing. Don't look at their life. Don't look at who they're dating. Don't listen to people that want to talk about them with you, okay? Completely cut them out of your life. Michael from Pennsylvania. I've seen a growing trend of open relationships. Do you think people who prefer these kind of relationships are narcissists? And I would love to, not love, but I could talk about this subject in its entirety a lot more, but I'm going to stick to your question. And do I think people who prefer open relationships are narcissists? No. No, you can't say that. Do I think narcissists prefer open relationships? No, I don't think that either. But I'm going to stick to your question. Do I think that people that prefer open relationships are narcissists? No. You have to realize that it's hard enough for humans to be in a closed relationship for the rest of their life. We are mammals that don't pair and bond for life. Not that we can't. I'm just saying we don't. So it's a natural thing in every human's brain to kind of wander. The part of the brain that that likes sex, that is attracted to other people. That's a reactionary part of the brain, and that reacts very fast, very quickly. So those are kind of thoughts that everybody has in their head a little bit. But no, it's not. You're not a narcissist just because you want an open relationship. Okay. I hope that answers your question, Michael. If not, please just ask me again. Okay. Christine Lynn from Ontario, Canada. Would you say that even though you're healed, this can cause panic disorders in a seemingly unrelated area later in life? Well, yes, Christine, of course. I tell people that the symptoms you have, the major symptoms you have from a narcissistic relationship when it's over, so think of all those symptoms. Your PTSD, okay, and that's what a lot of this is. Your stress, your panic disorders, your anxiety is post-traumatic stress disorder. It's from the stress that was in the trauma that was caused in the relationship you're in. But you guys, you have to realize something, that probably most of your trauma, you probably maybe have been traumatized as a child. Okay, different scenarios, and you didn't feel it because that's normal. That's all you know. It wasn't as bad as it is now. No. But you had stress, I'm guessing. Most likely, most of us. And please don't think that all of I say has to apply to you, to everyone. Most situations, most people that have PTSD from a current relationship in their adult life, you have to realize that most likely you've had some kind of trauma as a child. And this relationship intensifies it like no other. And if you had some as a child, you wouldn't necessarily know, because our childhoods to us are normal, and we don't have much to compare it to until you really realize that most children didn't feel that way. Then you might realize and identify that you did. And if you are traumatized as a child from emotional trauma and abuse and stuff, and then you experience that in your adult life in a relationship, it is intense. It is horrible. Okay? And it did more than just surface again, right? It intensified drastically. So a lot of us don't realize that we had some of that as children growing up, because it's nowhere near the way it was, and we think it was normal how we grew up. I hope that helps, Christine. Of course, anxiety and panic disorders can stay with you for a very, very, very long time. That is things that are hard to get rid of, but just know that the underlying cause of it is fear. So we might be, and fear is of your future, of tomorrow. There might be things in our childhood or things that growing up that made us afraid of tomorrow. But those are things you can work on, figure out, and talk to somebody about it. Fuad Al-Katani. I wish I knew where you were from, Fuad. If narcissists feel that they have been defeated, do they run into their burrow hole and hide to emerge later? They can. I'm guessing, like I don't know everything, but they can. But usually they want revenge. And usually they don't go away that easy. If you hurt them, they want to hurt you back. Okay? And they don't accept defeat that easily. But now, if there are conditions that are right where narcissists do admit defeat, and they will get depressed and they might be bedridden for days, and if they're not getting attention from people, they'll actually be low in energy. Really, I mean, if they're not getting attention, and that's why it's called energy. That's why some people call it energy and fuel and stuff like that, because it literally gives them energy and fuel. And if they don't get attention from people, they are very, very depressed and low in energy. And they can be bedridden for days. I hope that helps. Esther McGuire from New Hampshire. Are there a lesser of two evils between sociopath and covert narcissist? And then you want to know, is there still hope? And that's what you're aiming at. So this isn't just information. You're hoping that if your, I'm guessing, current boyfriend You're hoping your current, maybe ex, but you're hoping that they are just a narcissist because that's not as bad as a sociopath. Esther, let me tell you, there is zero hope. That's how much hope you have. None. And let me tell you, anybody that's disordered, you cannot have a relationship with, period. Period. And the cluster Bs, anybody that's cluster B, you have a relationship with, I don't care if they're a psychopath, borderline, histrionic, narcissist, sociopath, whatever it is, they cause the same damage to your brain. And that's what is important. What is important, Esther, is not hope for your future. What's important is what he's done to you in your past. Because the things that these people fucking do is unexcusable. It's unforgivable. And that's why I don't forgive these people. Because Esther, if you didn't forgive this person, you wouldn't be asking me this question, would you? You forgive them. Stop forgiving them. It's unforgivable. Get the hell away from them. No hope. Zero. None. Okay? Okay? Is there a lesser of two evil? Depending why you're asking. Like I just said, they both cause the same kind of damage to your brain. Same. Okay? You want me to pick one which I think is better or worse? They're both disgusting. And they're both similar. But in all tenses and purposes, sociopath is the antisocial, which causes more crime. Well, I would say more likely to murder you. There you go. More likely to be more physically abusive, more destructive, and more likely to end up in jail. Okay? Get away from them, Esther. There's zero hope. It doesn't matter what they are. It matters what they've done to you. Okay? And they'll keep doing it to you. I don't care what they tell you. Hot stuff from United Kingdom. What up, hot stuff? Why do narcissists ever answer questions when they are hoovering? So I'm guessing your narcissist is hoovering you, you're asking them questions, and they're ignoring you. So they're hoovering you and they're ignoring you. I think that's what I got. If not, let me know. Ask me again. But it's control. It's control. If you ask them a question and now you are demanding an answer from them, they're not going to give you an answer. Okay, this is all control, you see? They're not trying to work this out with you like you are. Like we all, we try and work it out. They try and destroy it. Okay? This is control. It's simply control. Stop asking questions. Okay? Let them hoover you. Ignore them. They will continue to hoover you as you continue to ask questions. Okay? Carolina Rose from North Carolina. What's up? I've heard of so many people being fooled online and sending thousands of dollars to scammers in places like Nigeria, stuff like that. Why do so many people fall for this? Why do people fall for gurus? Why do people sink every penny they have into their church and religion? These are just, false hopes. These are people that are missing stuff, okay? For the same reason people fall for false prophets, right? This is people that are promised a dream. And they want it, and they need it. They feel they want it and need it, and they're not thinking clearly. So I would guess cognitive dissonance. They want one thing, reality is another, and they lie to themselves. And they get scammed, and this is a huge problem. I've worked in a Western Union office before, and you will not believe the amount of people scammed out of their money. And a lot of us have been scammed out of our money. It's no different. People fall for this because they have issues they need to work on themselves. Anybody that says, my life and childhood was perfect and I keep falling for a narcissist doesn't make sense. Anybody that keeps getting ripped off and keeps sending thousands of dollars to Africa in some hopes that they're getting something out of that, all right, they got issues. And they tell me they had a perfect childhood too. I say bullshit. Okay? People need stuff and they don't necessarily go about it the right way. And the other thing is people think that, that like there's easy ways to get what they want and need. And yes, you may have a lot of money, or you may have money you can give away, but you know, sending money to Africa because something you need here, it doesn't make any sense to me. So you have to lie to yourself. Kawana, Nashville, Tennessee. Go Titans. My ex showed up after months of no contact. I told him I'm dating someone else and to remove his car from my apartment complex parking lot. Well, when he stopped by, he left the car. Will he return? Yes. You know, unless literally the car's broken down, he can't move it, doesn't have a dime or a way to do it and all that other shit. I don't care what he tells you. But if that's the case, okay, he left the car. But first of all, get the car towed. So call your management office and tell them that your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend that you've been broken up with for 3 months, has left his car ever since then, for 3 months ago. And he will not remove it. And no matter how much you tell him, he will not remove it. And he keeps coming over and harassing you, and you don't want him anywhere near you. You tell them he never lived there or anything, but he needs his car gone, and they will tow it immediately, I promise you. Okay? Tow that damn car. Will he return? Yes. That's most likely why he left the car. So he has a chance and a reason to keep coming back, the reason you'll keep opening the door, a reason you'll keep getting pissed, a reason he can keep getting what he wants from you, attention and stuff like that. So don't open the door anymore. Get the car towed. Don't talk to him. Don't answer him anymore. Okay? If he wants to know where the car is, he'll figure it out. Okay? He doesn't care if he left it over there. Okay? It's all bullshit. Shar Hughes from Jersey. Can you talk about harassment and stalking and forced to get restraining order? Yeah, and check out my video, Resist the Hoover. That's what it's about. Okay, Shar, I know you asked me to make a video about that too. So check out Resist the Hoover. This is what it's about. It's about no matter how much they do to you, no matter how much they harass you and stalk you, the final result is you take the most extreme measures you need to. Okay? You let this motherfucker know that you're serious, okay? You're serious, aren't you? You need to be as extreme as possible. It's not just do this and then they do that, and then you do this and then do that, and you do go all the way to the top, man, all the way to the top. Call the police, get a lawyer to write him a letter, get a restraining order. I don't care. I don't care what you know. Restraining orders ruin someone's life. Good, because these people need marks on their record. They need marks. They need a paper trail. You need to be able to say, hey, you know, I want to know if this guy's a creep. Oh yeah, look, he's had a restraining order. That's not good. You know, instead of just we all just kind of let them get away with their bullshit. You know. I'm sorry he's harassing you, but fight back hard and ignore him 100%. Everything you do is not to him. It's at him. You know what I mean? It's call the police and have them, call the lawyer and have them do that. Go restraining order. Do whatever you got to do, but just don't answer him, okay? No matter what crazy shit he pulls, do not answer the door. Do not answer the phone. Do not listen to messages. Don't even listen to the messages, okay? You make an absolute decision to do whatever it takes necessary to get this guy out of your life forever, okay? And you will, trust me. This never goes on. The only reason this goes on forever is because we keep giving the reactions they want, and we don't do the extreme measures we need to get these people out. We don't realize how serious it is, and it is serious, okay? I've heard massive horror stories because we don't do something, because we didn't call the police when we should have. I know these people will break into your house while you're gone. They will get into your computer and they will look through your camera on your computer from remote locations. They will poison your food. They will do all kinds of nasty stuff, I've heard, okay? So this is very serious. If someone is stalking you and not respecting your boundaries and they're coming over when they're not supposed to and all these things, harassing you, that's horrible. That's really bad and it's dangerous, okay? So you go extreme. Don't think that just being kind of mellow and quiet will make them go away. If they're already doing this shit, they ain't going anywhere until you do something. You know what I mean? Crazy SOBs. Ravender Rand Hawa. I had to file a police report because the ex wouldn't stop contacting me. Will he stop? Because you filed the police report, probably, most likely. These people are crazy, but they're not stupid, you know. Most narcissists are scared of police, scared of jail, all that shit, and they react. So probably he'll stop. I mean, that's what it takes, though, is you maybe file a police report. Now, filing just a police report, to me, isn't enough. Go get a restraining order now. You'll probably be able to get one. Get it. Okay? If this guy won't leave you alone when you tell him to, that's enough for me. Okay? That's bullshit. He doesn't need to vandalize your car or break in your house or literally follow you down the sidewalk. I mean, if this guy won't stop contacting you after he's abused you, there's something wrong. There's something scary, something to watch out for. Okay? Thank you. Jody Scopalidi. I hope I said that right. Jody Scopalidi. What's up, Jody? I feel numb or lack of interest and passion, but I got very enthusiastic when I spoke about my ex. Why? Well, I've talked about this before, and think of it as a drug. Drug addicts take drugs, and they get that high and euphoric feeling. After a while, it doesn't work anymore. So our brain cells kind of retract. Is what, if you guys really want to know what a drug does, here's a brain cell, right? Here's your cell, here's the dendrites. These dendrites send and receive messages, okay? They send messages and they receive messages from these things, okay? And there's a little gap in there. Drugs and alcohol, when people say it kills brain cells, yeah, it will kill some brain cells. But that's not, it doesn't just kill the brain cell, is what it's doing is, say alcohol, soaks around the brain cell and it shortens these receptors. It eventually shortens the receptors, okay? Shorten and shorten and shorten. So they're so small so that when you drink the same amount of alcohol, it doesn't work anymore. You don't feel it. That's what a tolerance is. It's still doing the same amount of damage to your brain. It's still doing the same amount of damage to your kidneys and everything else, just the same as if a non-drinker drank it. You're just not feeling it, okay? So the fact that you feel numb, lack of interest, lack of passion, that makes sense. Because you've been getting high and high and high and high and high. And now he's not around anymore. So you're down. You're down, you're down, you're down, you're down. And all you had to do is talk about him and your brain went, boing! Drug, drug, drug again. That's it. Jody, it just takes time. Pretty soon, you're going to want to puke when someone brings up his name. Puke. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? It's just time. That's it, Jody. Jennifer Schishler. Can you have emotional triggers left over from the narcissist even in a healthy relationships? Yeah, I kind of talked about that before. And yes, of course, trigger memories are what it says. It's a memory caused by something that triggers it. So, and this is why, you guys. This is why we have trigger memories. Your brain associates traumatic memories with a normal daily memory. So, your boyfriend cheating on you that one night and coming back and saying, I've been cheating on you and she's the best ever, she's better than you and I'm going to leave you forever. In that traumatic situation, your brain, I always use the same one, so I'm going to keep using the same one. Your brain links that to a green car. I don't know why, who knows why, it just does, okay? And your brain subconsciously doesn't know that. You didn't do that subconsciously, you didn't make that choice yourself. So, every time you see that green car, bam, you feel like you're right in there again, and he's sitting there right there cheating on you and telling you fucking you're a total piece of shit, and I'm going to keep cheating on you, and actually I'm going to leave you forever and all this. You are driving down the road, you feel normal, you see a green car, your brain goes, bam, you are right there in that situation again. I mean, right there, exact same. Your brain's telling you you're in this situation again. You don't feel it, you don't know it, he's not there, he's not saying this to you, you don't know why. Okay, so try to figure out that and just accept that these kind of memories, these kind of feelings come up out of nowhere all of a sudden sometimes. And they can be horrible, horrible. Grown men will be floored, down on the floor, crying like a little girl because of these memories, just a trigger memory. It's horrible, awful, 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 awful. So, yes, but they go away. Your brain can't keep that memory that intense forever. So they go away, and talking and therapy and stuff like that helps, and exercise helps, okay? Jennifer, I hope that helps. If not, ask me some more, okay? And yes, so you can get these triggers from healthy relationships, and if you're dating too soon, you're really going to get them, okay? someone's going to tell you how much they love you all the time. They're going to say it in a way that your ex said it, and you're going to go, oh my God, I don't trust that piece of shit. Crazy. I'm fucking, oh. I mean, it's just so, it's about fresh. It's about how fresh is the wound. Okay? So if you have a wound and I push in it, it's going to hurt more. Right? Let it heal and it won't hurt anymore. Okay? Gypsy. Have you or any of your clients envied your ex? Seems like having no empathy would be easier. It does. It does seem like that, and that's a normal way of thinking after being hurt by them. We kind of feel screwed and weak and stuff like that, and they appear to be stronger, and I talk about this a lot, and let me tell you, somebody that's in a relationship for a long time with someone and doesn't tell them anything, walks out the door and starts a new relationship with someone the next day, and feels happy about it and tells everyone how excited they are about it and doesn't even bother them about the last relationship they had. I don't care who it was with. Don't say, yeah, but it was with me. And no, the fact that they were in one and walked right out of it, right to a new one, doesn't care, doesn't faze them, that's not strong. That's crazy. Okay? That's no heart, that's no empathy, that's no love. And they lied and they tricked you, and so there's something fucking wrong with them. The person that is in a relationship with somebody that loves them, and you get thrown to the curb for no reason, no excuse, no didn't tell you nothing, and that person moves right on to your friend and seems happy, and you're fucked up. That's normal. Okay? That's a normal reaction to a horrible situation. So, that out of the way. It appears that having no empathy would be easier. And let me tell you, a lot of our decisions would be easier, because if you think about some major decisions we have to make in life, and I believe the reason that most of our decisions are so hard to make is because they eventually, it seems like it affects somebody else, and it seems that it can hurt somebody else, and that's why we care. We care. We say, oh, I'd like to do this, but you follow the results down the line and you say, oh, no, it's going to hurt somebody, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I can't do that. Maybe I can do this. Oh, no, that's going to hurt Tom. Maybe I'm going to do this. No, that's going to hurt Lisa. Or that's just going to hurt general society, so I'm not going to do that. And that is tough, of course. And if you had no remorse or empathy, you could say, I want to do this. It might hurt Lisa and Tom. Oh well. Done. Decision made. Right? But that does not mean life is easier. Okay? Don't get those screwed up. Okay? Their lives are not easy. They have no success in the most important parts of your life. And relationships is the most important. And they don't have success. And I don't care who you are, it's depressing. Okay? They can't. It might seem that they controlled all this, but they cannot have a successful relationship, period. It was never successful before they left. It was never successful with somebody else. Okay? So it appears to be simpler and easier life, but by no means is it at all. Tough to keep a job. Tough to be successful. Almost impossible. They just can't be successful. And that can't be easy. That's got to be tough. To not have people you can rely on. To have a town full of burned bridges. That's got to be tough. Having a lot of people out there that want to hurt you. That's got to be tough. So, I know it appears to be easier to make decisions, and it would be. Some of your decisions would be easier because you don't have to worry about or be concerned with them affecting anyone else. You just won't care. But the problem is you need those people. You need to care. That's what life is. Life is easier because we have people we love and care about us. Right? Being alone, being a manipulator, hurting people, stuff like that, that's not easy. Okay, I'm going to stop this video here. This is part 1. And stay tuned for part 2. Thank you for watching. Ask me anything you want, and I'll answer them in the next